Mazda is proud to have been named the best SUV brand by U.S. News and World Report. Right now, get 0% for 60 months on both the Mazda CX-30 and the Mazda CX-50. Experience the Mazda difference and save thousands at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here. Well, good morning again, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us here on WAFB Plus for 9 News Now. Not Monday, the first not Monday, Tuesday morning. Again, 7 o'clock, 7:03 your time right now. 57 degrees, kind of a cool start. A little bit rainy still, but not stormy. So let's talk to Dr. Steve, see if we can't figure it out. Yeah, so you sounded the all clear earlier this morning. Storms out of the forecast now.
Yeah, in fact, we got pretty fortunate with that. No severe weather in the area, but the rain's been a little pesky, refusing to leave. But I think give it another hour or two, and most of this will be out of here. The actual cold front itself, if you can make out this band, now moving right across the Chandeleur Islands, that's the cold front, but still well behind the front, still dealing with some downpours and even an occasional pop of lightning lifting up to the northeast. So roads are going to be wet. Grab an umbrella on your way out as we still deal with these lingering showers in the area. Mid to upper 50s temperature-wise, a little bit cooler this morning. Baton Rouge now 57. Gonzales, Patterson checking in at 58 degrees. All right, as we give you a look at Futurecast, what you'll see here as we pause about an hour from now, maybe a few showers still hanging on, but not long after that, the rains exit to the east. By lunchtime, we're dry. Not only dry, seeing sunshine return to the area, and this afternoon, mostly sunny, turns into actually a beautiful afternoon with highs in the mid to upper 70s, right around where they should be. So while it's cool right now, by lunchtime around 70 or so, and again highs in the mid to upper 70s, much less wind today. Winds out the north-northwest 5 to 10. We had peak wind gusts around 40 miles per hour, if not a little bit above in many spots, which we had warned you about yesterday. Look at the rain so far for the month of March, given what has been so far about another inch and a half or so of rain at the airport with this event. Now approaching 10 inches of rainfall for the month. Normal is just over 3.5, so more than 6 inches above normal. Not only that, where we stood through 6 a.m. this morning at 9.93, that tied for 9th wettest March on record, and records all the way back to 1893. All right, as we give you a look at the big picture now, we got a storm system lifting up across the Midwest. That's what's kind of been driving this cold front through the region. The tornado watch, that was canceled during the overnight. So again, the severe weather threat is over. These last little showers hanging on, those should get out of here by mid to late morning. Once the rains are gone later this morning, we'll enjoy a nice run of weather through the remainder of the week. Now Wednesday, Thursday, Friday mornings, kind of cool, mid to upper 40s, but the afternoon's just about perfect, mid to upper 70s, mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Keeping it dry through the Easter weekend. It is going to start to warm up though. 82 for a high Saturday, 85 by Easter Sunday. We could hit the upper 80s early next week, first days of April, by the way, and then a chance of rain back midweek of next week as we get another cold front moving in. It's coming up on 7:06. Jared's been busy tracking some trouble in Ascension Parish on I-10 this morning. What's the latest on that, Jared?
Still kind of locked up there, Dr. Steve. You are looking live. This is at I-10 near LA 44 westbound, and this is where traffic is slowing down right before the incident, which again is in between the Gonzales area heading up towards Prairieville and I-10 westbound. Now, we are seeing some cars getting through right here. That's I-10 westbound at LA 73, so hopefully it will be an improving situation, but the computer not only still shows the purple indicating the total road closure, but now that several miles of stop and go that now leads going up towards Tanger Boulevard. So it goes even beyond Tanger now. So this entire area has stretched out. Not only that, but on the other side going in I-10 eastbound, that looks like it's probably a little bit of rubberneck traffic over there. So it's just a very messy situation over there. No issues getting across the basin to Lafayette, but when you do I-10 eastbound over at exit 103A there, they've got a vehicle fire they're trying to get onto wraps. All three of these situations have been alleviated. The one also right by LSU's campus looking a little bit better. Believe it or not, Plaquemine Sunshine Ferry, even with the bad weather, Boat 1, Boat 2 currently are running normally.
Folks, welcome back to it. As you get going here on a Tuesday morning, one of the headlines you're going to see when you, of course, wake up right now is a major headline. Going to be headlines across the country, maybe even internationally, depending on who's following this. This video out of Baltimore, Maryland. My goodness. What you're seeing happened at about 12:30 this morning, our time, 1:30 East Coast time. That is a container ship coming out of the Baltimore harbor, running into one of the main supports of the Francis Scott Key Bridge, which is no longer there. It collapsed 1:30 Eastern time this morning. No word just yet on why the container ship did that. Now, if you look at some of the video earlier, large plumes of smoke coming from it. Was there something on board that impacted its ability to navigate? That's why it veered off course of that main center span, which is where it would have gone underneath. This is a look at the aftermath, obviously part of that bridge across the bow of that container ship. This is a pretty major artery for Baltimore. For those who know the area, this is again a live look for you this morning at exactly what's happening in the moment. If you know the area, that particular bridge is part of the Baltimore Beltway. It is ostensibly part of its outer loop. It is the easternmost crossing of that particular harbor. That harbor, for all intents and purposes, shut down right now. So it is a big-time maritime issue, but obviously, the important part right now is finding whoever was on that bridge and getting them out of the water. There were a number of cars on the bridge. 2 people have been pulled from the water already. If there's any good news here, it's the timing that this happened. 1:30 Eastern time, so not a lot of traffic, certainly not as much as there would be during rush hour, but there were still a number of vehicles on the bridge that then went into the water upon its collapse. Again, according to officials, they've pulled 2 people out of the water, but still they believe upwards of a half a dozen or more are unaccounted for. Again, a national headline that a lot of people will be paying attention to this morning as they get going. We'll continue to talk about it throughout the day as well, bring it to you on all of our platforms. Another headline making national headlines is what the Supreme Court's going to be doing a little bit later on today. They're hearing arguments related to the FDA, abortion access, and the abortion pill mifepristone. What this could mean to potentially having access to this particular pill, this drug, across the country, how the justices choose to see this, and what it means potentially for other drugs as well, the new drugs being manufactured. The FDA sees this as far-reaching. We'll see where this exactly goes. Could it have a bigger, another impact on abortion access in this country? A lot of folks are looking at it as the biggest abortion case in front of the Supreme Court since, of course, the Dobbs decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. We'll keep an eye on that as well. Let's get you back into Baton Rouge here. So you know what you're seeing here? This is seen from Tigerland over the weekend. Fred's Bar, a fight inside of Fred's Bar that spills outside into the parking lot. A man is beaten badly, taken to the hospital Saturday morning, and by Sunday, that man that you're seeing right there is declared brain dead. You can tell, obviously, a father, 2 young children. That is Devin Repath. Already his family has said that they will be donating his organs. They've set up a GoFundMe account actually to help with a lot of what they're going to be dealing with right now. You can find all that waiting for you in this story of the 9 News app. But are there any charges to be leveled here? What happened here? A lot of surveillance cameras at Fred's and in that immediate area. BRPD saying they'll be taking a very close look at all that, and they'll figure out exactly what happened and then move on from there. We'll make sure to let you know. Making sure to let you know here as well, this grabbed a lot of headlines yesterday, right? Smoke coming from the mall, Louisiana. That's the St. George Fire Department arriving on scene. And so what's all the smoke about? They had to evacuate the mall for a time. Never found any flames, and just this morning we got an update from investigators over there at St. George. You know what it was? It was a belt, not like that you would find on the rack inside of one of the stores. No, a belt inside an HVAC unit. Yeah, that got burned up, and then that sent smoke streaming throughout the mall. So no flames. The mall is back open this morning for your shopping pleasure. That particular HVAC system and that particular HVAC unit going to, of course, be updated, upgraded, fixed. Okay, number of things going on that I want to let you know about, including this. District 10 community meeting, safe space conversation happening at the Leo S. Butler Center on Laurie Burgess Avenue, hosted by the Councilwoman Coleman there. It's all about issues you may see in your area. You see the timing, it's 10 o'clock this morning if you want to make your way out there. Also happening, a conversation in Scotlandville about some of the issues they'll have in Scotlandville, helping out with some of the railroad crossings there. That conversation is going on today. The Scotlandville Project, that's the Scotlandville Branch Library. There you see that open house, DOTD having that conversation, 4:30 to 7:30 going on. So if you want to be a part of that, you can do that as well. Sweet 16 is set. You know that. LSU moving on to the Sweet 16. Women's basketball, they're going to take on UCLA. UCLA won the game last night against Creighton. Tight game. So it's going to be LSU and UCLA in the Sweet 16 this Saturday at noon. The tip-off right there. We'll see if the ladies can move on to the Elite Eight, where Colorado or Iowa would be waiting. That would be an interesting matchup right there.
Yeah, so I think the Lady Tigers lost to Colorado early on in the season, right? And then, of course, Iowa last year in the Final Four.
That is, so either way you go, interesting storylines. But you got to get past the 2 seed. UCLA.
Yeah, and we saw with both of their games, they had some early struggles.
They did. They did. Yeah.
You know, picked it up at the end. So we'll see how it goes.
This is a team that's won a national title, and are you hungry for another? Will you start to play like the reigning champs? We'll see.
To be fair, that Middle Tennessee team, they were underrated. I don't think they were 11.
Right.
They were on a 20-game win streak. They hadn't lost since Christmas going into that game.
Right?
They were a better team. So LSU took care of business.
They did. That second half was just ridiculous. I mean, put the hammer down. Thankfully, the hammer did not come down in the world of weather. Just a little rain left.
Yeah, that's right. So things should start to wind down over the next hour or so. We'll actually see sunshine returning. Turns into a nice day.
Yeah. Again, we'll keep you updated. The big story coast to coast is going to be the bridge collapse there in Baltimore, Maryland. A lot of eyes on that. We'll keep you in the know. We'll see you again at noon.
If you're ready to score savings on your new vehicle, the play call is simple. Make your way to Team Honda. That's where you can see the new 24 Civic, named the #1 compact car on the road and the best compact car for the money. Score your new Honda savings at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda.